Welcome to my nightmare.
What's up, boys and ghouls? It is your girl Mika G, and welcome to another episode of Cinematic Nightmares. This episode is going to be kind of controversial for some people because we are going to be talking about some bad movies that are so bad you can't help but say that they're good. And of course, I am not alone today. I have my good friend Drea joining me to get into all the chaos. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Are you ready to get into the chaos?
Yes,
We're
always.
talking bad dialogues, cheap effects, zero logic, and yet we still find
we still
these
love
movies.
them. There's something about them that is just our comfort.
Yes.
With how bad it is, where you know it's ketchup.
Love it. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get into it. So, Drea, what is your number 5 pick?
Oh, wait. I made like a list of 10.
Oh, we only doing 5.
Okay.
We're going to do honorable mentions too, if you got it.
All right, I'm going to go with my 5th one, House of Wax. The remake. The one with Paris Hilton in it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that one?
I do.
Like, let's be real, it's a bad movie, but it's so bad, it's funny. Like, it's a joke to me. And let's be honest, at that time Paris Hilton was very like that it was nice to see her die. Like, that's terrible to say. But it was kind of like
satisfying.
it was like a satisfying death. You're like, you know what, I could watch this again. Let's rewind.
You were like, that's hot.
Yes, like that was hot.
So House of Wax at number 5. Okay, so y'all have to bear with me on this one. And a lot of people will say that this is not one of their favorite Friday the 13th movies, but I am going to go with it. Jason
That
X.
was on my list too.
Jason X. I mean, Jason in space. Okay, yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, we've had Leprechaun in space. We've had all kinds of horror creatures in space, right?
Okay, but here's the thing. That was also on my list, but as a franchise. Okay, don't get me wrong. The whole franchise, it's dumb, but it's funny. And here's the thing. The first one I love up until a certain extent, where I'm like, you know what? The mom's getting revenge on, spoiler, her mom. It's the mom. That's the original killer, Mrs. Voorhees.
Because, Casey Beckham got it wrong,
Mm-hmm. So then that girl in the boat, when she's surviving, out of nowhere, the zombie child comes out of the water, and you're like, wait, how did that even happen? And then in the next movies, all of a sudden the zombie child is like a 6 foot tall man.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How did how old was he in the first one when he died?
I think he was like 10 or something like that. He was a young kid.
Yeah, he was a Quasimodo child.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, honestly, yes. I mean, yes.
Like, ring them bells, but
silly.
But the thing is, like, that part doesn't make sense to me. How did a 10-year-old child or 8-year-old or however old he is, how did he all of a sudden become a hulking 6 foot tall man that it's like, wait, how did that happen? And they never explain it. They never explain it through the franchise. And then all of a sudden he's in space. Like, wait, how many times have you died?
Right. So like
Supposedly.
he's become it was a 7 when he became zombie Jason. So he became, the one of the Walking Dead because he was revived like Frankenstein with a, electrical shock to the heart, and he
Yeah.
became unstoppable, and to the point where it just got a little ridiculous, especially in part 8. But space was a whole Jason X was a
That was a
whole
whole other
different.
thing. But let's
Yep.
be honest, around that time, they were doing a lot of horror in space.
Yes.
Like they even did, what was it, Hellraiser in space? I don't know which one.
Because there's like 30 of those movies.
Oh god, I know, but I love that franchise too. That's I don't think it's not on my list because I love Pinhead. Like I can't.
Right.
He's like, he's Bradley, you're my love. I can't. You could torture me any day.
You're wild. But I love Jason X because the kills were all the kills were creative. The most creative kill was, even though it was CGI, I'm not CGI, but it was like digital, whatever. When he took that sleeping bag and was beating the other girl, and then you could just hear him giggling. It was like, this is so funny, and I was just like, this is crazy. And then when they made him Uber Jason, it was just like.
You know what?
Like,
you have to admit that the updated mask, it makes it a little that much better. Like, I'm not gonna lie, let's be real with a lot of you people, we all have the mask kink, so you like that mask.
Right. Right. All right, so let's move on to our number 4.
Okay. 4.
So what did you have at 4?
I'm gonna go with Cursed, the werewolf movie. I think it came out in when did that come out? The one with
Christina Ricci?
Yes.
Okay, Cursed. Why?
The whole story it's just, werewolves in Hollywood basically, which I'm like, okay. She kind of gets into it, but then she's like, no. And then the brother is aware of it and no one believes him, like every other, horror movie in a way where, why is it you don't believe me? But I don't know, there's just
because werewolves aren't real, Dodo. Like, don't you know? Like, werewolves aren't real. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Don't you know, like, the Loch Ness Monster is real? Like, come on.
Right. Like, whoever believes the person who knows what's going on.
Yes, and you know what? That's like one of the best things about horror movies. And then all of a sudden, then you believe it, and that is something we all love. But there's just something about it, like the stupidity of the guy trying to find his mate, and he's effing around all these women, turning them, but he's like, nope, I don't like you no more. So it's like, wait, then what was the point?
Like, okay. This movie made my head itch.
See? But it's done, like, the way it's done, it's not done bad. It's actually has like a good production. But the storyline is just like, the plot is like, what?
Wait, so you turn in women, and then when you don't like them, you taking them off the planet? Like that? I'm not understanding your logic.
He just leaves them. He sets them free, And then the woman is like, how dare you take my man? He made me first. Like, well, he chose me. It ain't my fault. I didn't know.
Hey, you can't just be going around, listen, especially nowadays, you can't just be going around giving up all your wolf chocolate to everyone.
Right.
And then
you can't be giving out the wolf
crazy
STDs. You can't be doing that.
Right. You can't be giving out your wolf STD and then leaving me for someone else, because that's not what we're doing here, sir.
We are not. You chose me. I am going to be your alpha girl, okay?
Wow. So my number 4
is
Stay Alive.
Wait, I haven't. I need to remember that one.
So this one is the movie where the players play a video game. It's a
Yes.
game,
Okay.
and then if you die in the game, you
Die.
die for real. And
Yes.
the reason why I mean, this movie is so bad. Do not get me wrong, it is so bad.
I
But
remember now. There's a reason why I forgot about it.
see, like Frankie Muniz, and if y'all don't know who Frankie Muniz is, Malcolm in the
Yes.
Middle. He's a gamer, but he wears this like visor that makes him look like extra geeky nerdy. But the guy that plays Phineas in this movie is over the top extra. Especially when his friends start dying, he's like, oh, we're gonna do this for Loomis, we're gonna do this for so and so, and it's like, dude, shut up at this point.
No.
But you gotta feel
y'all
me
are
on this.
dying. Y'all are dying.
Right. But you gotta feel me on this one. I love the vibes of this movie. Like, no matter, like, just the fact of knowing that this video game was killing people, in the game, and killing them in real life for real.
But you know
like,
what?
all
Now
the kills in this was great.
Huh. Now it kind of reminds me of that one movie that came out maybe like 2 years ago or so, kind of with the same premise, but it was the tarot cards one.
Oh yeah, okay, that was my honorable mention.
Oh really? Well, let's be honest, it's like the same plot line with it.
Yeah.
Like, you die by the cards that were given, and it's the image of how the cards are.
Yeah.
You died in the game.
So,
and you know what? At that time as well, there were a couple movies that had to do with a game.
Yes.
And you died. So it was that one, Stay Alive. I think it was also Fear.com.
Oh, Fear.com. Yes. Yeah.
And then another Hellraiser movie, which was Hell World, with my husband Henry Cavill in it. Like, young baby Henry Cavill in it, which I'm like,
okay, you're just claiming everybody at this point.
Of course.
She like, that's my husband, and that's my husband,
and
that's my husband,
and that's my boyfriend.
That's my boyfriend, and that's my boo thing on the side.
That's
when they don't do right.
Sugar daddy that gets extra sugar. But like, that's the same thing. Like, those are the three movies that I could think of from the top of my head that are the same kind of plot thing of, like, you're playing a game and you die the way you died in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, so if y'all haven't checked out Stay Alive, check out that one. Let's move on to number 3. What's your number 3 pick?
I'm gonna go with the Chucky franchise movies.
All of them. Okay.
Mostly from, like, Chucky's Bride and On. Like, the newer ones.
Respect to that, because I was gonna say, if you said the whole franchise, I'd be like, okay, so this has been like another episode of Cinematic Nightmares.
The original 3, it had a good solid stupidity, but then there's the rest of them that has a straight up stupidity that it's like, what?
Yeah,
is happening?
They ran out of story.
What was it? The Cult of Chucky. There's
Bride of Chucky.
The Bride of, which I love, the Bride of Chucky. It's so stupid, but I love it. And Tiffany in it is freaking amazing. I love her. Like, I'm planning on getting another pet and naming her Tiffany, because I have a theme with my animals that they're all named after horror-y thing.
Yeah.
I have a whole list.
Nice.
And, like, her playing Chucky's love interest is amazing. Like, even though it's the doll, but, there's something about the way their voices are. Like, the voices of Chucky and Tiffany is amazing. And you have to admit, the animatronics of the dolls is really funny. Especially, like, what was it? The Seed of Chucky, the Seed of Chucky, when they're trying to make the baby.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the bathroom scene with Chucky. Like, it's so funny. And then The deaths in general are funny. The TV show wasn't that bad, so I'm not gonna put the show on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do love the fact that he's like, there's a part in the show where he says like, it's like, oh, my son's or my child's gender fluid. It's like, really, and you're okay with that? I'm not a monster. Like, that line sticks with me. I'm like, yes, he's a serial killer. He's not a monster. He ain't judging you.
Right.
Because he is like, love is love.
Right. I mean, in his case, he ain't got no choice.
Yeah. But in general, like the movies, like the newer ones, they're just like, what? And then the new one that came out, um, Child's Play, the one that came out in like, what was it, 20?
I think it's like 2019, 2020, because it was during
Time.
it was like COVID time, I think.
I think it was like right before COVID or so. I don't know, but I don't put that in the category of the Chuckies that we all know and love.
Right.
Because that Chucky, it was as if it's Siri or Alexa or Google went rogue, when AI went rogue.
Right.
Basically.
It was 2019, yes.
Okay. So I don't put that in the same category, and then I'm like, well, why would you change it? We love the fact that he's actually a serial killer, a bank robber that so happened to get into a magic voodoo and then transferred his body into a doll.
Yes.
And we love that about him.
Yeah. I gave that same argument. I was like, to me, you took away the shine of that franchise because you decided that you want to do AI instead. And then you didn't just do AI. You went the Japanese route and made it to where somebody coded evil into this doll. And eventually the doll was going to snap. Like, what was the end game for this? Like, why would this person randomly just put an evil code in this doll and then off itself? Don't even get me started on the Child's Play. If we were doing movies that are bad and just bad, that would be on the
actor. List. I do love the voice.
Oh, Mark Hamill. Yeah.
Yes, especially like the whole time I'm watching and I'm listening. Like, I'm listening to the voice. I'm like, I know it's Mark Hamill, but this is the Joker. He is doing his Joker voice for this movie, which I'm like, you know what? I like that. Like, that was like one of the only silver linings to me with that movie, with the Chucky franchise. Like, it's like one of those, like, I have to separate Child's Play and the other Chucky movies from its own categories in a way. Kind of like the same way with the Halloween franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I love Halloween, Michael Myers, I love it, but I have to separate the different ones, like the remakes that what's his face did, Rob Zombie.
Oh, Rob Zombie, yeah.
That's a total different Mike Myers. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, that's a whole different timeline for me. Like,
yeah, that's a different timeline. And then when the newer ones came out, I don't mind it. I like them. I enjoyed them. Where Jamie Curtis is a freaking badass grandma.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm behind that one. The other one, Halloween Kills, not so much. But I love the first one of the remakes. And then I'm like, okay, so that means that's its franchise between it being the first one and the second one, and then it's Halloween and Halloween Kills. Then that's, then it's that. But then when then you have like a different category of like the third and so on and so forth.
Yeah, which those are all of those Halloween movies are like after the third, even the third one is a different timeline. It happens in a different space. But even like we go 4, 5, H2, even H2O and Resurrection, those are all different like timelines because we're told that I think in 4 that Lori dies off camera, and we're like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? She ain't here no more. And then they bring her back, and it's like,
I
wait a
know
minute
that
now.
at one point she's a teacher with a son.
Yes.
And then we all of a sudden the new ones come out. I was like, wait, where did your son go?
Right. So that's why I said like they're two
It's like
so
it
it's
is
supposed to
like
be
on it's,
Halloween and then Halloween and then Halloween ends and then kills and then ends. And that's
yes.
supposed to be the natural timeline. And I was like,
Yes.
okay, so we're just supposed to forget about all the other ones. Cool, got you.
Yes. Okay. I was like, okay, we have to forget the other ones. So it's like a different time zones, timeline, which is fine. It's fine. We're all in the new Marvel universe stuff too, where they're talking about different timelines. So it's like, okay,
Right.
different universes.
So
Okay.
my number 3 pick is
Okay.
The Faculty.
Oh, I love The Faculty.
We're talking 90s bad, but this movie is so good. And don't even get me started on Usher making his brief appearance, and then like they put him on a poster, kind of made me mad. And I was like, y'all just Drew Barrymore us again, and I'm not happy right now. Not happy right now, because I wanted to see Usher through the whole movie.
I do love The Faculty.
But we're talking about like Josh Hartnett.
A great cast. Yes. It had such a great cast.
Elijah Wood. Like, I know.
Salma Hayek.
Yes.
That one comedian guy. Oh, what's his name? The one that plays the science teacher.
I can't think of his name right now.
And I just watched it the other day because it's on.
I can't think of his name. I know you're talking about Josh Hartnett, Jordana Brewster,
Jon Stewart.
Jon Stewart. Okay, tell him I said thank you.
No, she says thank you.
So yeah,
he just does this.
It's we have teen stereotypes. Everybody is broken up into their teen stereotypes. We have the goth chick. We have the
smart
bully
girl, the innocent. Right. The
popular girl,
yes. The nerdy boy. It had all of it. It was the Breakfast Club of horror.
With aliens.
Yes, but with aliens, water aliens, in a way
that would die from a chemical that would make them shrivel up and become nothing. And it was like Josh Hartnett plays, he's the rebel guy who sells drugs on campus,
and he makes his own drugs.
Yeah, makes his own drugs, but he figures it out. He figures out that his drugs that he makes is going to stop the alien.
His devil's sugar kills them.
Right.
Yes.
The booger sugar takes out the alien. But this movie is still good because I mean, when I watched it many moons ago, obviously I did not know the plot twist then. But now that I do know now that you do know the plot twist, you pay attention to who is the alien. Yes, it's the little subtle hints, right?
It's the little subtle hint. And you know what? That's the thing I love about it. You're like, the whole time, the first time watching it, you're like, oh, okay. You're like, okay. Uh-huh. And then it happens, you're like, what? It was that person?
Right.
But they're not even a person?
Right. So I love this movie. So I love The Faculty. I will watch it. If it came on TV right now, I'm stopping everything I'm doing to watch it.
I believe it's on Pluto. It's on the Pluto app.
Watching that. As soon as we finish, I'm gonna go watch The Faculty. But do you think that The Faculty could be remade today?
You know what? Yeah. If they would make it. I don't know how they would make it, but I think it would work.
I mean, because remember, we live in a TikTok, Instagram, social media, life now, right? So I could definitely, I could agree. I agree that we could.
It's kind of like the remake that they did Carrie.
Right. So in this case, it would be like the Jordana Brewster's character would be like a famous TikToker. You know what I'm saying? Where
Yes.
she's like walking around with her camera all the time, and she's like, "Yeah, so say hello to my millions of subscribers," that type of thing. But
Yes.
Elijah Wood's character would still be the nerdy guy,
Would
and
that
then
there would still be the nerdy guy, there'll still be the bully, there'll still be the
yeah,
drug, it'll probably be fentanyl or something.
right, right,
um like all those, like, there is a way to bring it back and make it modern, where
yes,
yes, we do live in a world of that, we're everyone is on their phone,
hmm
so everyone will be filming, everyone will be like, what is happening, but they won't question it, because from the original, it's like a small townish area,
yes,
so
yes,
it would be again in a small town area, but not
yes,
that small, but
but small enough.
Mate,
I mean, I want to
it would
say
be, yeah,
small enough. Yes, though.
yes. There'll probably still be a football team. There'll probably
Mm-hmm.
still be like all that stuff. Who knows? They might even make it to where Elijah Wood is the teacher, and he's like, "Oh no, I've been through
Ooh,
this before. I
that
know
would
what to
be
do."
that would be dope. That would be a
See,
great
there is ways
idea.
that they could bring it back to where Elijah Wood could still be in it, Josh Hartnett could still be in it, and they'd be like, "Oh, I need to make this, this
They like
booger
live
sugar again,"
it's
you
happening
know?
in the same town. Like let's go ahead and put it back in the same town. The kids never, the kids that were in the faculty are now adults. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Their kids are going to high school, and I would say like the movie would start off with somebody going live and being attacked by the
You know what?
aliens.
Yes. And then they're gonna
And
think like, oh, this is fake, this
right.
isn't real, it's AI, this, because everyone's doing AI now, so it
Yes.
could be like, oh wow, like, follow, subscribe, and
Right.
next thing you know, aliens are taking
Alien invasion. Aliens are
yes.
taking over.
So I feel like there is a way for it to be remade if done right,
It's got to
because
be.
let's be
Hey,
honest,
Jordan
there's a
Peele, we're
lot of
talking to you.
remakes. There are a lot of remakes that are just doesn't hit the mark.
That's true.
That it's
This
like
is
you
very
take, like, I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch, but like, I know that's not horror, but I'm still mad about what I've heard about it. I'm like, how dare you? Like, how dare
I
you
like
make
it. I
you
liked it.
did?
I did. I mean,
Oh,
they just like with any live action. And again, we know this is not horror, but just like with any live action, all these Disney live action movies, they tweaked it just a little bit, and it's not
but
a. I mean, I wanted Lilo to put them paws on Myrtle because that's what that's like the best part
yes,
of the
we
movie.
needed that. We
But
needed her
that
to
sadly
throw
that did
them
not happen.
hands.
It didn't happen. She pushed her off a stage, but that was it. Like she gave her that quick shove, and I was like, that's not enough.
That
She needed
that's
people
not
elbow
enough.
off the stage.
No, because
All
we
right,
all
so
know how annoying she was.
oh,
Ugh.
she's even more annoying in the live action one. So
Oh god, no.
listen, she deserved that
I
good shove.
refuse to watch. I refuse to watch it. I'm like, no, that is not my Lilo and Stitch. Because
You
I
sound like my
feel
friend.
Nani would never give her up. I'm
Oh
like, no.
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
you are missing the point of Ohana. Ohana means
Y'all
family.
gotta go
And
watch this movie. Y'all have to go watch the movie. All right, let's go on. Let's move
I'll
on to
probably
our
watch
number
it.
two pick.
I'll watch it at one point.
All right, let's do our number two picks. What you got?
Okay. Number 2 has to be Jason versus Freddy.
The acting
I
in that is horrible.
It is.
It's
The acting in it
horrible.
is so bad.
It's
The
horrible.
screaming,
You're not
like,
even scary. Girl, if you don't
oh
move
my
on.
god. It is just, it's so bad, but I love it. It's so bad. I love it. I
I can't
love,
lie.
love.
I love that movie too. I love Freddy versus Jason. No matter the lead actress, I want to push her off a cliff
Yeah,
because
she's
she's
so
just so
annoying.
horrible.
She's
You
so
have
annoying.
to understand. Like
Yes, it's so annoying. But the whole franchise, like, I really wish they could have done more, because
mhm.
originally I think it was supposed to be, from what I've read in Reddit or whatever, was supposedly Hellraiser, Pinhead is the reason why those two battled each other. Because
Oh,
supposedly
nice.
Pinhead was bored. He was like, you know what? Let's have some fun. Let's watch them do some shenanigans. So then he did like them verses together. So now I'm like, you know what? Can we have more verses? Like maybe the Leprechaun versus Chucky, or Michael Myers versus Jason. Like there's so much they could do with it.
Yeah.
That I'm like, like honestly, imagine Chucky versus the Leprechaun. How stupid those two short little things are gonna be.
Their kills are
Equal.
They're equal.
They are equal. They're equal enemies. Like in such a way that I'm like, how are they gonna kill? And how entertaining is it going to be?
I think it would be a good laugh, like, because
It would be.
like I said, because like in Freddy versus Jason, you had Jason. I think Jason had the most kills in the movie.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because he was trying to make, Freddy was trying to get stronger through Jason. So
yes,
Jason ended up with most of the kills in this movie.
Freddy was using Jason to awaken his spirit up so he could come back.
So he could be strong enough to kill the kids of Springwood.
Yes. And then like at one point he was like a worm. Wasn't he? Wasn't he like a worm at one point?
In part 3. Yeah, he was a worm. Oh no, you talking about in Freddy? No, in Freddy versus Jason. Yes, he was like it was like a caterpillar, wormy looking, slimy thing. Yeah, it was gross.
It was like, I think it was like what, the hospital scene or something like that.
Yes, that's when they went to,
because they needed those pills to stay awake.
I'm gonna tell y'all now. I don't care what sleeping pills you take. I don't care what no dose, do not sleep, crack, whatever you decide that you're going to take, you're going to go to sleep, y'all. Like I have drank a Red Bull. Right, there's no fighting it. I drank a Red Bull right before bed, and my body was like, "That's cute.
Yes,
go to sleep."
So take a nap.
I think that's the thing that's always bothered me about the Freddy franchise. Is that these kids are like, "Oh, I'm gonna drink some coffee," and I'm like, "Dude, do you understand that you're about to do
anything for you?"
Right. Coffee doesn't do it. Coke will not do it.
Tea, nothing's none like the caffeine pills. Nothing is gonna keep your body awake like that. There's no.
Eventually, your body is going to reject whatever you drank, took, or snorted, and it's going to tell you, "I need to rest." And you're going to end up Freddy's bait. So like, do better at this point.
Yes. Like, I understand you're gonna try to stay awake, like, but no, it won't work.
Right. You can take all the no-dos you want, and your body is literally gonna say, "Okay, nice try." When this wears off, you're gonna be night. So let's just do better.
And you're gonna crash. It's okay.
You're gonna micro nap, and guess what's gonna happen? He's gonna show up during your little the 10 seconds it took for you to close your eyes. He probably will kill you in those 10 seconds.
Yeah,
because he was just sitting there waiting.
That's why for me, when I see my sleep demon at night, like, sometimes when you wake up, you all of a sudden see a shadow, and you're like, I'm like so heavily like asleep but awake. So I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, you know what? I just turn over. I'm like, just be gentle. Just be gentle to me. And I just turn over and go to sleep. That's what I want Freddy to do. If I see him, I'm like, you know what? Just make it quick. Just
listen. I literally be like, "Hey man, look, I'm about to wake up at 3 a.m. So you listen, it's midnight. And I just fell asleep. I'm gonna get up at 3 because I gotta pee. Because perimenopause ain't playing with you nor me. I might be back, I might not. It depends on how being Perry feel that night. Because I might be up at 3 and be up for the rest of the morning.
You know what? I'm the same way. I wake up at 3 in the morning to go potty, and then I'm like awake. So then what I do is I just lay in bed, toss and turn. If I can't, I just start reading. I'm just on my Kindle app reading till the sun comes up. Then I'm like, oh, I did a mistake. Oops. Nope. I
So
just
for my number 2 pick, I picked the House on Haunted Hill remake.
I just watched that today. Yes.
It's not great, y'all.
It's
but
not.
I love this movie. Like,
it's not great at all.
The pacing is chaotic.
Love the fact, like there's some little moments that if you watch the original, that you're like, okay, you could see the little hints of the original in it.
Yes.
So I'm like, you know what? They made the guy into Vincent Price, which I'm like,
yes,
you
they
know
did.
What?
Jeffrey Rush.
I could appreciate that.
Yes.
The little subtleness of like the wife trying to, get the money and, all this stuff. I'm like, you know what? Okay. The effects are really dumb.
Like, the CGI is horrible in this movie.
The CGI is horrible.
It's
but
horrible.
You have to think back that at that time,
this is 99.
Was good. Yeah, this is 99. The CGI at the time is good. Now it's like, ooh, what is that?
Right.
What was all that? Right. And then like seeing the camcorders, like the video cameras, you're like, oh, I missed that. When I rewatched, I was like, oh, I remember I wanted that camera so bad. I don't know why. And now that I think about it, like, why did I want that? What was I going to record myself dancing to NSYNC? Like, why did I want that?
Not dancing to NSYNC. But I was saying, this movie, yeah, like I said, CGI is horrible. But Jeffrey Rush carries this movie. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Because he is playing Vincent Price's character from the original House on Haunted Hill.
Yes.
He carries this movie.
Yes, he did.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, love me some Taye Diggs, but baby, this was not your movie.
It was not.
This was not your movie. But this movie to me is still, I remember back in 99, when the DVD probably came out like later on after in the same year, and I remember going to sleep every single night watching House on Haunted Hill, and I would wake up to the DVD menu playing on repeat, and every now and then the DVD menu would choose a random whatever for you, except for the movie. It never chose the movie. It always chose like hidden scenes or whatever. And I kid you not, I remember one morning, I woke up, and the reason why I woke up and fell off the couch was because the DVD had chose one of the prompts, and all I heard was like ghost howling, and it scared the bejesus out of me as I woke up. And I fell asleep on the couch, so I ended up on the floor, and I was just like, all right, no more falling asleep watching this. We're good now. I'm good. But yeah, if I think in
back when
this movie, to me, the villain wasn't the ghost. It wasn't the ghost. The villain was the wife. Like, she was so, like, to me, she was just so like, oh, I want her to die first. Like, that's how I felt. But like I said, this movie,
she did have a satisfying death, though.
Oh, well, was it really satisfying? Because, like, I mean, and we can go into spoiler territory on this one, but was it really satisfying? Because all he did was push her into the room with the nothingness, and then she tried to run, and then the nothingness got her, and I was like, no, that wasn't satisfying enough. I needed her to end up in the vat of blood in the other room.
Oh, like how they originally thought she was gonna die.
Right.
But yeah, you're not wrong. She is actually the villain, because even though they say it's a house, it's a hospital.
Yes,
the hospital, correct. It as a whole is haunted. It has a It's probably built on burial ground. I don't know. I don't really remember. Like, it was just background noise for me. So it's not.
The doctor that was performing, he's in there performing experiments on mental health
Yes.
patients.
Yes.
The house locked down because he had set it up that way, and they all burned up inside. So all their spirits was inside of the hospital
Okay.
/ house.
Okay. Okay. So that well, there we go. That's why.
Yes.
But like, and you know what? In general, with the House of Haunted Hill franchise, with both movies, the villain the whole time really is the wife. The whole time.
Yep.
And in a way, they both died, I believe, the same way of going into the nothingness. So it's in a way, it's like their tortured souls are forever trapped there. So there's that.
Only thing I didn't like about this movie was the ending. That's the only thing I did not like about this movie, because I'm like, how the hell they gonna get from down there? I mean, from up there. How they
And
gonna
they
get
never
down?
and they never showed it, because that, you know what, that's the last line in the movie, because I watched it. She's like,
Yeah.
well, how are we gonna get down? Like, they win the money, or they have all the checks of the money,
Yes.
and they're like, and they're laughing, hee hee hee, ha ha ha. They're like, how are we gonna get down? Like, yeah, how the hell are you gonna get down? No one's gonna watch you. No
Right.
one's around, because everyone knows that that hospital, that house is completely haunted. That's like a no-no. You don't even call Ghostbusters to go there. You don't need to call the Winchesters. You can't even call Scooby-Doo, because there is no mask.
Right.
Like you don't go there.
Because your only options are either you jump and you die,
And you
or
die.
you go
Stay
back in the
there and die.
house and die. Or actually, you have 3 options. You stay there and die, you jump and die, go back in the house and die. Like,
Yeah.
those are your options.
But you know what? House on Haunted Hill is a pretty good movie, though. Like, it's dumb. Like, the whole, like, it's dumb, but it's good. And you know what? That
Yes.
is the point of this list.
It is so bad, it's still a good movie. Like,
Yeah, it's
it's
entertaining.
great. It's very
It's entertaining.
that's it. It's entertaining. Like, when we say good,
Yes.
we mean like good in an entertaining way. We don't mean that this is a good movie that you should probably watch. I would suggest you watch it anyway, because it's House on Haunted
It's
Hill.
funny.
It's funny.
It's funny.
But yeah, definitely check that one out. So, our final picks. What do you got at number 1?
House on Haunted Hill, I believe, is playing on Tubi, because that's where I watched it on.
That's where I watched it too.
Yeah, and I think it's going away in a couple of days, so who knows?
I also own it, so on digital.
Oh,
So
well, there you go.
there's me.
There you
So what's your number 1 pick?
Okay, my number 1 pick is actually it's a terrible movie, and it is my favorite movie. I love watching it. I believe it's on Freevee or Tubi or whatever. It's always on a free platform where I could watch it, like Tubi, Freevee, and Pluto. And it is Sleepaway Camp.
Okay.
It came out in like the early 80s. I think it was like 82, 83 or so. And it's badly made. Like, the acting is terrible. Horrible acting. But it's so funny. Like, the mom in it, like, she's like a ditzy, and then she's like, oh, that's right, I now remember, because I put a ribbon on my finger so I can't forget. But what was it? What? Oh, that's right, I have your papers, they're right here. And you're like, woman, what are you on? What pills are you on? Like, girl, are you drinking and taking pills at the same time? Like,
right.
And you're supposedly a doctor? Like,
she's taking that booger sugar from the faculty.
Right? It's like, what are you doing? What is happening? And then, like, the kids go to the camp. Like, first off, the beginning. Okay, I'm gonna jump everywhere, but the beginning.
Oh no, you're good. Do it.
Like, the beginning, when the first the boat accident happens. I'm gonna totally give spoilers. I don't care.
Oh,
but
no.
The boat accident, that girl driving the boat, she's so annoying. Oh my god. I can't stand her. Where she's begging that guy, I don't know if it's her boyfriend or whatever, they never really explain that. But she's like, oh, let me drive. I want to drive it. And it's like, no, I'm gonna get in trouble. It's like, oh, fine, okay. She's driving, and then the girl on the jets or the thingies like yelling at them, turn the boat. Oh my god. Ah! Like like the acting is just so bad. Like the screaming is like, ah, ah, like, ah. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, it's just so bad, but it's so funny. Like the acting just makes it so funny. Then you cut to the kids like grown. You find out she's adopted, and it's like, oh, okay, she moved into her aunt because the accident of the terrible, whatnot. And then you find out she's like a mute. You're like, oh, why are you so quiet? Like, why? What's happening? Then, like, the accidents at the camp happen, which are so funny. Like the first death scene where the cook, like, in that giant freaking 10-foot
pot,
tall pot, like
the stock pot falls on them.
Yes, like, who has a pot that big? How does, like, my mind, the first time I watched it years ago, I'm like, how does everything get cooked properly in that giant pot?
It like, don't, it can't. You better hope you get whatever's at the bottom.
Like, does that mean everything at the bottom is burnt, in the middle is like kind of lukewarm, and the top is just raw? It's like, what? Yeah. like where did you find this pot? Like, right. Production, I need to know, where did you find this pot? Does it actually exist? Like, what?
It probably does. So in talking about Sleepaway Camp, that final scene.
Yes.
That final scene.
That final scene. The scream, like just standing there with like your hands out like this, and just like that weird scream, and it's like, wait, what? Then you find out the truth. Like,
so many questions when I first watched this movie.
And then,
because I'm like, why this? Why are you on the why is he fully clothed and you naked? Let's start there.
Yeah. Why you naked?
Why are you naked?
What is happening here?
Yeah, it was so many, like that final scene, and obviously we will not, for anybody who has not seen Sleepaway Camp, we are not going to tell you what happens in that scene. You need to go and watch it for yourself.
You have to watch it, and then when you see it, you're gonna be like, what just happened?
Right.
And then you're gonna have to watch the other two, Sleepaway 2 and 3, because again, those are just as stupid. Like, they're so dumb.
But they're not bad. They're not bad that they're good. They're just bad.
They're just bad.
They're bad. Like Sleepaway Camp is bad but good.
Yeah, the first one is bad, but it's good because it's so funny. But the other ones, like 2 and 3, they're just plain bad. Like, what? And then I can't get over her hair. Her hair in the last one, I'm like, oh God, who did your hair?
Yeah.
Like, ew, no, I can't. And then I don't understand why you keep going back to a camp.
Like, like you got away with you got away with it. Like,
why are you going back to camp? Not once, but twice. You went back twice. Why are you going back?
To be a counselor on top of that. Not just to go to camp, just to be a counselor. And it's like, ma'am, you got to make better life decisions.
Like,
but you know who didn't make good life decisions? The people in my number one pick.
All right, go. All right,
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That was on my list too.
Listen, y'all. This is the reason why Killer Clowns is my number one. It's a classic. It is a cult classic. Cult classic. This movie did horrible in the box office. Horrible. But let me explain why this movie is so bad. It's good. It knows it's bad.
Yes.
That's why I love this movie, is because it knows it's bad. You have clowns that look like they came from somebody's nightmares.
They're demon clowns.
Right. They got popcorn guns. They make balloon animals. They got, they got cotton candy that melts your skin away. Like,
yeah, the acid cotton candy, the popcorn chewing people.
Yes.
The balloon animal that somehow sniffs you to find you, like the sniffing dog. It's just so bad.
The shadow puppets.
Yes. Oh my god, the shadow puppets. Yes.
I will say, the most demented scene, and this is, and out of all the scenes in Killer Clowns from Outer Space, this one probably scared me the most because it could happen in real life, is when the clown is outside of the burger joint and he's trying to lure the little girl out.
Yes.
And he has the big mallet behind his back. And I was like every time I've seen Killer Clowns, that scene right there gives me so much anxiety, because I'd be like, yo, like, my kid,
like, where is your mama? Where is your daddy? Little girl, where is your adult?
Right. But in true mom fashion, she gets there at the last minute and drags her kid back. It's like, nah, you need to come finish your food.
Yes. You're like,
not knowing that her child's life was in danger.
Yes.
But again, this movie makes fun of itself. It knows
it's bad, but it's so funny. And you know what? That's one of the movies that I showed my nephew, and it's one of his favorites. He loves watching it. So every now and then, he'll be like, "Can we watch Killer Clowns?" Like, all right, dude, we'll watch it. Like, it's like one of our whatever movies. Just like, it's terrible, but. I showed him it at a very young age.
That'll do it.
Yeah. But
I feel like if you're going to introduce your kids to clown horror movies, Killer Clowns is that movie. Because
Killer Clowns absolutely is one of those, if you're going to introduce kids to horror. Just the same as I would say Gremlins is a good one if you're going to introduce horror to kids. I don't know what else. I can't think of the top of my head. But Killer Clowns definitely is one of those campy, funny movies that is a cult classic. Because once you watch it, you're like, you know what? This movie is so stupid. It's funny. You know it's bad. But I laughed watching it. And you know what? That's what we love. We love about that.
Right.
We love those clowns.
If I could watch Killer Clowns all day, like I probably would, just because I can. But it because it's just one of those movies that, even as an adult, as you watch it, you pick up on the things that you didn't see, like the first time you watched it, right? Like when you see that they've moved the spaceship from that one place to another, when you notice where they're at, you're like, oh, that's a good place to have a circus spaceship, is at a carnival, right?
Yes,
where nobody would be the wiser.
You would never know. You would never know. And like you said, these people in it, they make such terrible choices.
All the terrible choices.
Like, all the terrible choices that you're like, one, the sheriff in the town is just plain stupid.
A jerk.
a jerk and is just stupid. The cop that is jealous of his ex-girlfriend that is now dating someone else is like, dude, come on, get over yourself. She's not with you no more. She's
Listen,
with another man. Move on.
I would have
Move
been
on.
like, listen here, Mr. Tobacco. He cares. He's jealous. Hey, baby.
And then like the two ice cream boys, like, oh my god.
I love them. Like they're the comic relief of the movie.
Yes, they are.
But
and
I
then
love
the
them.
new boyfriend, he's like, let's go see what it is, or like,
oh yeah.
And then when they get into the space, she's like, oh, this is like those new things, and the girl is like, no, this is not it. This is not okay. We need to leave. And then he's like, no, just come on, let's keep going. And then it's
like
too
one of them new age circuses. Like, no, dude, it's not.
This is not Circus Olay. No.
Right.
Like, no, leave. When your girl says you need to leave, leave. That's how you survive. That is how you live.
Wrap this up. We gotta go. We got to go. So, with that being said, right before we do wrap this up, because I wasn't even saying let's wrap this up, but before we do wrap it up, we're gonna do something. This is something new I'm doing, but we're gonna do some quick rapid fire questions. So just answer the first thing that comes to your mind, and then it's only 5 of them.
All right. Let's go.
This is actually a great question that goes in line with what we've been talking about. What's the worst acting in a horror movie you've ever seen?
Okay. Honestly, it would have to be the lady from Sleepaway Camp, the mom, the ditzy doctor lady that I'm like, ew. Like with her string, I'm like, oh my god, like I can't with you. I can't. Like it is like, let's be honest, the acting in that movie is terrible. But the weird thing is, the kids in that movie, they're doing great. They're acting really well. They're acting like teens going through puberty and all that stuff. So that they're fine. It's the adults that I'm like, you with the short shorts, what are you doing? Like, come on, let's be honest. In the 80s, men wore them. They wore them hoochie shorts and their crop tops.
Yeah.
So that's norm. But it's like the acting with the adults in that movie is terrible. Like, that is what I could think of at the top of my head. I'm pretty sure I could think of someone else at one point, but right now that image is like vivid in my mind with her. Like, I can't with her.
We'll go with that. So question number 2, the best, worst one-liner.
Oh my god, I can't think of any. I just had to hear my dog pee a waterfall this week. Freaking Billy. I love you, boy. Honestly, I can't think of any right now. Oh my god. I am drawing a blank.
All right. We'll move on to the next. Most ridiculous death scene.
Ooh. Oh, there's a lot of those. Okay. It's not even a horror movie. It's Indiana Jones with the melting face. Like, that's what I can think of right now. Like, it's not even horror, but what? Like,
I mean, a ridiculous death scene is a ridiculous death scene, no matter what the movie is. Well, no matter the genre. So,
like,
okay.
Let's be real. Like, that is really like, what? Like, the melting of the gelatin. Like, I know it's gelatin and like some other stuff, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly gelatin. Like, they like torched it somehow, but that's just so weird. Like, I don't know. That's just what I could think of.
That'll work. So what's a horror movie you refuse to watch? I mean, ultimately you just refuse to watch even though it was hilarious.
Let's see. I can't.
I mean, you mentioned the Chucky series, so
Yeah. And I've seen all of them because I was like, I was on a mission to watch all the Chucky movies. Because I have time periods where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to watch all of Hellraiser, which took me about a week. And I'll, be like, oh, I'm going to binge watch all of the Friday the 13th, all the Jason, all like, wait, that's the same thing. But like, all, like, I binge watch all of them. So I don't know. And I watch a lot of stupid shit. So, and I love movies that are bad but they're good. But I think I don't think I could watch what was it, like the Bong Demon or something like that. Like I remember I saw like a clip of it like going through my Peacock where it was like I don't know, it was like something Bong with like
I have to find it. I have to find that one, but
oh my god, what was it called? But it just looks so dumb that I was like, no, I can't. Like, the idea of it is like, I can't. Like, no. Like, even this was a pretty bad movie as well, which was the Winnie the Pooh one.
Oh yeah.
Those
I didn't make it through them. I was just like, yeah, we're done here. This is done.
Yeah. Which I'm like, it had potential, like the storyline. I'm like, you know what, okay. It has potential, but then it just got weird. And I'm like, no. And you know what? I take it back. I don't think I could watch those horror remakes of like the Winnie the Pooh one, or I think they came out with the Mickey Mouse
Peter
one,
Pan, Mickey
the Peter
Mouse.
Pan one. Like I just
they're doing a Piglet one too.
A what?
The Piglet. They're doing Piglet now.
Oh, now they're doing Piglet. Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't think I could watch those. Like I tried watching the Winnie the Pooh one, which I was like, no. It was like, no. If they went more camp, I would totally watch it.
Yeah, but they try to go more.
They try to make it
gory,
more scary, and more like But I'm like, it doesn't work. If you make it camp, then yes, I will watch it. I will watch it 100%. But with how they were trying to make it more gore, I'm like, it doesn't work. Like it just no.
Agreed. So what's the one movie you'll defend forever, even if everyone else thinks it's trash?
Sleepaway Camp. I actually had this conversation with one of my best friends. I made her watch it with her ex-boyfriend because me and her ex-boyfriend were talking about movies.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, you should watch this one. It's so dumb, but it's funny. And she was like, and she tells me, Andrea, what did you make me watch? I was like, wasn't it funny? It's like, no, it was stupid. It's like, what are you talking about? You weren't paying attention. That's what happened. You were not paying attention. You need to pay attention because it's so dumb that it's good.
This is true. This is true.
Like
it is.
It is so dumb. It's such a dumb movie. But it's good. It's entertaining. Yes. And every now and then you just want to watch something funny. And that is one of those movies. Don't watch something 2 and 3. You could skip those. Those are not important.
You don't need to watch those at all. Just stick with one. But understand, like I tell everybody, when you go into a movie that is where we say it's bad, but it's still good, you need to go in with an open mind. You need to understand that this movie is making fun of itself.
Open heart. Just accept it. Just accept this terrible movie into your life.
Right. Now don't get me wrong, like House on Haunted Hill, Stay Alive, they were actually trying to be scary, but
they were.
they missed the mark, but it's still they are still movies that I would go back and watch, and like that's the whole purpose of it.
Just the same as it's kind of like the same thing with like The Haunting.
Yes,
it's kind of the same premise but different, and it also came out about the same time. Like The Haunting and House on Haunted Hill kind of came out at the same time ish, I believe, but they just work. Like they're dumb movies, but they work.
Yep. Well, with that being said, Drea, I want to thank you for coming along and bringing your picks to the table. I had a ball with this. This was too much fun.
Oh,
why don't you tell everybody where they can find you so they can keep up with your horror takes?
I am on Instagram. That's the only biz. It's Drea. It's called it's IT_S_Drea. I believe it's 611. So yeah, that's me.
So make sure y'all go follow her.
You're just gonna see a bunch of pictures of my cats and my dog and my.
Y'all have to go follow her on Threads because that's where she puts most of her thoughts. Like
that's true.
Most of her horror takes go on Threads.
That's true. So. That is true. On my Threads, that's where I am focused. Like, oh, have you seen this movie? It's so dumb.
Yes.
Oh, but have you seen Satanic Panic?
I have not.
You need to watch that.
Okay. I will make sure I put that on my list of all the other movies that I need to
You know what though? That one should be on my list. I should have put that on my list. All right, we'll make that my honorable mention, Satanic Panic.
Okay.
It is so dumb. Oh my God, it is so dumb. But I love it. I loved every second of it. It was so funny. So funny. And they had really good actors in it. Like, I can't think of the top of my head right now. I would use my phone, but I'm using my phone right now. but it's fine. It is so dumb. And it's so funny. So, yeah, definitely watch that one.
So, as Satanic Panic.
Okay. Satanic Panic, yes. Which it's
with that being said, we would like to hear from you. Tell us what your favorite horror movie is. We want to know.
And then
let us know in the comments below.
Yes, tell us. We need to know. What is your favorite dumb bad movie?
Drop it in the comments. Let us know what we missed or if you agree with our list. And with that being said, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you follow both of us on social media. I am at Cinematic Nightmares Podcast on everything. And make sure you also click that notification bell so that you never miss another nightmare. And again, Drea, thank you so much. And
I would love to come back again. This was so much fun. Just give me a topic. We'll talk about it.
For sure. And with that being said, until next time, boys and ghouls.